Hi, this is Neil from Funeral Care Spain. Again, apologies for not releasing a video yesterday. Unfortunately, I do have a real job, and I had a lot of families to see and a lot of services to do. So I'm taking this break in the weather to try and warm up and to tell you where I'm at. I'm very aware there's other entities doing similar to me, and good on them, quite frankly. If they want to reach out to me, and as I've done to them, they've not replied, then I'm happy to help, happy to share information, of which I seem to have an extensive amount now. So things I need, and things I can tell you. Things I need anyone that used to work for Iberian to give me a shout, please. I do know a lot of the names. I have reached out to some of them. I will reach out to some more on Monday. It's not incriminating. You're not going to get dragged up in front of a judge. I would just like to talk to you and see if you can help me out filling in some of the company blanks, not some of the personal stuff. I know all of that. So yeah, if you were a part of Iberian, if you were working for Iberian, sadly you're no longer working for them because the company has let you go. I will respect your privacy. I would just ask that you get in touch. My number will be here at some point in this video, or you can email me, whatever you want to do. If you want to be confident, have complete confidence about it, call me, because then there's no evidence in writing and you can't be held accountable for it. Okay, I completely understand, and I'm more than willing to stand up for you. So I've had conversations with various funeral directors and people inside the industry like myself. How can I put this? It seems evident that the gentleman that owned Iberian was fairly free spending. The gentleman I met yesterday is a funeral director over in inland in the Campo, and he was pretty convinced that he was using company funds to substantiate his lifestyle, which means that there might not be any left in the pot. There might just not be any money there. Once again, if you invested in, if you gave money to Iberian, it was not in a trust fund, of which I'll move on to in a minute. Which means it was in an SL account, one of two in Spain, one in Portugal, one in the UK. I know that bit. It seems that the majority of funds were moved to a particular country, and it would seem that people did have their hands in the till. I'll leave it like that. I think that's a fairly safe way of putting it. So your money wasn't protected. Your money was in an SL account. It could have been used to buy speedboats, helicopters, funeral services. It could have been used appropriately. It could have been used inappropriately. There's no governing with an account of a company what they spend their money on. As long as they put a tax return in, no one cares. So again, if you're thinking about buying a funeral plan, do not give it to an SL company. If they are backed by a trust, okay, but I'll move on to that bit in a minute. This might be a long video. So while people are looking at recovering funds, it's highly likely there's no funds there. However, there is asset. I'm well aware of a property that is worth a significant amount of money, which has not yet been sold. And it would depend then on proving that the person inheriting that property was aware of what was going on inside the company. Although I do seem to have adequate evidence that that person worked inside the company. So yeah, things are moving on. Thank you to everyone that's emailed me confidentially and sent copies of their Iberian plans. I'll be sending that on to my lawyer on Monday. I'm preparing the file for him tomorrow. It's quite extensive. Most of it seems repetitious in terms of most of the contracting and everything else seems to be fairly obvious what happened. Again, if you're paying in instalments to Iberian, stop it now. Don't pay any more. That company is gone. There are no two ways about it. And even if they did revive as any other company, you could easily pay that instalment that's missing. If you pay via credit card, I would contact your credit card company and basically say it was stolen from you. The company's gone bust, and see if there's a way of recouping the money via your credit card. You never know. Or at least it would set the credit card dogs on this company as well. So, also my eternal thanks to the very senior people at Golden Leaves and the very senior people at Avalon, who have all been in touch with me, have educated me on various topics I wasn't up to speed on, and I don't claim to be up to speed on. Again, below this video will be a link to the Avalon website, which will tell you more about what trusts are for and how they operate and what to do. It's a very, very big topic. I am not a lawyer, I am not a financial advisor, and I do not want to misquote something that's gone through various lawyers and various departments of various companies to make sure it's correct. So I'm not going to try and paraphrase any of it. I'm going to give you the link for you to read for yourself. I will end this telling you that I'm on it. If anyone else wants to give me any bits and pieces, any other little tidbits, if you work for Iberian, you want to talk to me, I am more than happy to have a coffee face to face. I'm not recording it. I don't really want to. I'm happy to have a conversation from an unidentified number. Just please help me a little bit. I want the customer files. I want access to the CRM. I want to know how big the problem is. I think the problem is probably between 4,000 and 6,000 plans. I think. I'm taking advice. I'm listening to the people that would know these kind of things, and I'm working off facts that I have from an amount of time ago. I can make a good guess. But if I know the extent of the problem, then I can approach the other companies and see where this could go. And also we know how much money we're looking for. Again, when you're looking at funeral plans, when you're looking at buying anything for the future, personally, as a funeral director, I would tell you right now, keep the money in your account just until you know what's going on, especially if you're an Iberian customer. If you want to get a funeral plan, that's fine. If you want to secure your future with a funeral plan company, that's fine. You can buy a plan from Avalon, you can buy a plan from Golden Leaves. I'm stopping the list there. Why am I stopping the list there? It's because, first of all, Avalon already have a financial assistance in place for Iberian customers, which means that if you contact them and say you're an Iberian customer, then they will look upon you with favourable eyes, help you a bit more than they would normally help, and try and point you in the right direction. Golden Leaves are working on that. Both companies will have substantial press releases coming out in the next 10 days, 2 weeks. I think the first of it comes out next week. Go on the website, I'll put the link below. After that, I'm not a fan. A trust can be abused. So just by being a trust company, and I've learned this, just by being a trust company doesn't necessarily mean that they are not misappropriating or misusing the funds that are involved in the company. Avalon and Golden Leaves are regulated, are working beneath the regulations of the SCA, and there's also a compensation scheme that's present for that. It's a similar setup to the one that guarantees bank accounts in the UK if a bank goes under. So if you remember Northern Rock, then the bank accounts were guaranteed to an amount of money. Don't quote me on all of this, but this is roughly how it works. So if something was to happen to Avalon or something to happen to Golden Leaves, then either you would get recompense or you would get a similar product from a company that was related to the situation. It's all on the website. If they're a trust company away from those two, there's an SL company that's working in Spain trading as a funeral director. So don't. If someone comes to you from a funeral directors and says, we can do this for £3 a month, no, they are financing their lifestyle. If it's a trust company, if they are regulated by the FCA in the UK, or don't get me wrong, if it's Santa Lucia or BBVA or Sabadell or Santander or whatever, if it's a big Spanish company, you're good. The problem with all of this is the money cannot go into a system where it can be abused. No SL companies, no unregulated trusts. Stick to the ones you know, and if you're not sure, investigate. It's really easy to do. Or call me. Send me a WhatsApp. send me an email, whatever you want to do. In terms of the bigger schemes with the Iberian, watch this space. I can't promise anything, nor can anyone else, but you never know. I live in hope because I don't want to see so many people burnt. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that for today. I will probably have radio silence tomorrow, and I will probably update you on Monday. Any queries, any problems, if you're in desperate need, if someone is in palliative care and you're worrying, if someone passes away and you're worrying, then please call me directly and I will tell you what to do. Not because I'm trying to get the work, because I'm trying to help you. Thank you.